Hello, good evening, everyone.
Hello, good evening, ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
I'm good. How about you all?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you.
I can see new faces, right? Harsh Dev Singh, Muskan Sharma. Are you attending this session for the first time, Harsh? You are on mute. Please unmute yourself.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Raman.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Zareen. So, did you all practice for speaking? How many speaking tests you have done?
I have done almost 5 to 6 speaking tests.
Okay. And how was your score?
Score was just average.
6 or 6.5?
6.
Okay. Try to practice more.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Harsh. Please introduce yourself.
Yes, hello. I am audible, ma'am.
Yes, you're audible.
My name is Harshdev Singh, and I am from Jammu.
Mhm.
Recently, I completed my studies in Bachelor's of Arts. My core subjects were psychology, and I am looking for USA in my Masters in Psychology by January 2025 intake. And I am booking my exam on 28th July.
Okay, so you have enough time to prepare, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's great. So you're preparing for the academic. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
Deepika got 6.5 in both the tests. Good, Deepika. What is your desired band score for speaking module? Okay, 7. Okay, let's wait for other candidates to join in and then we will start our session. Okay.
Yes.
Who is this person with the name of iPhone? Please unmute yourself and introduce yourself, please.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, it's Arsh.
Arsh. Okay, Arsh. I guess you have attended many sessions before, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so let me ask, do you have any idea about writing module? What is writing module? Anyone
Ye-
having
Yes,
any
ma'am.
idea about? Yes, please. Yes, Raman, please tell.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, it's two type of writing task.
Yes.
I'm doing like journal. So one of
Yes, please. So what are those two tasks? Can't hear you, Raman. Yes, Jyoti, two types. Okay.
And writing task 2 is essay, and writing task 1 is, I think, summary or any kind of, I don't know what to say.
Are you preparing for academic or general one? Yes, Zareen.
Ma'am, academic.
Okay. Deepika says letter writing for GT task 1. Yes, correct. General training mein you have task 1 as letter writing. And task 2 is essay writing, but it is different for academic one. Okay, how many minutes of writing section is? Any idea about writing section? How many minutes? The total duration?
60
minutes,
minutes.
ma'am.
60 minutes, correct?
Writing task 1 takes 20 minutes and writing task 2 takes 40 minutes.
Yes,
And
correct.
almost as a whole 60 minutes are required
Yes,
for both
correct.
of the writing
So it
tasks.
is of 1 hour basically, right?
Yes.
Have you ever seen the sample answer sheet? Basically, the answer sheet of writing. Have you came across?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Good. Because you should be prepare yourself that what you are going to expect in the exam, right? Okay, so let's start our session. It's almost 7 minutes gone. Okay. Now we're gonna talk about first introduction to the writing module. What is writing module? What are the parameters of writing module? How writing is different in academic and how it is different in the GT1, general training. So how many candidates are here for academic one? And who all are preparing for GT? Please quickly type in the chat box. No, do not raise your hand. Let me see the majority. Raman is GT. Raman is preparing for
Yes, ma'am.
GT. Rest all are for
Yes, ma'am.
academic one, right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no problem. So Raman, you are for the GT part, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Jyoti, do you want to say something? You raised your hand. Okay, Deepika is also preparing for GT. Two candidates for the GT part. Okay, no problem. Let's move forward. So your IELTS writing is divided into two tasks. Task 1 and task 2. The total duration of your writing is 60 minutes. 20 minutes for the task 1, 40 minutes for the task 2. Whether it is academic, whether it is GT, general training. Correct? So दोनों ही cases में writing module is for 60 minutes. Task 1 20 minutes का and task 2 is 40 minutes. Now it is advisable not to spend more than 20 minutes on the task 1 and invest the remaining time in completing the task 2 because task 2 will have more weightage. 2/3 of weightage is of task 2, 1/3 is of task 1. So it's twice. Task 2 twice होता है. So make sure जब भी आप attempt करो, be very careful about your essay writing. Scoring will be done based on the factors. स्कोरिंग किस बेसिस पे होती है? 4 क्राइटेरिया है, 4 पैरामीटर्स है. आई एम गोना शो यू देम ऑल. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट थिंग इज मेक श्योर कि आपको कितना लिखना है, एटलीस्ट 150 वर्ड्स फॉर टास्क 1 एंड 250 वर्ड्स फॉर द टास्क 2. करेक्ट? Now see, as I told you, writing task 1 is the first part. Just give me a second. So IELTS writing task 1 is the first part of your writing module and it calculates 33% of marks. Whereas task 2 is 66%. That means 2/3. और टास्क 1 इज डिफरेंट. टास्क 2 सेम रहता है जीटी के लिए भी और एकेडमिक के लिए भी. टास्क 1 डिफरेंट रहता है. एकेडमिक मॉड्यूल, दैट मींस एकेडमिक राइटिंग जो है उसमें टास्क 1 एक रिपोर्ट राइटिंग होती है जरीन. इट्स नॉट अ समरी. ठीक है, उसे हम रिपोर्ट राइटिंग बोलते हैं. यू हैव टू राइट अ रिपोर्ट. आपके पास एक पिक्टोरियल इंफॉर्मेशन होती है, रिप्रेजेंटेशन होता है. देर आर 6 to 7 टाइप ऑफ पिक्चर्स जिसको आपको डिस्क्राइब करना है. आपको उसके ऊपर रिपोर्ट लिखनी है इन एटलीस्ट 150 वर्ड्स. और टास्क 2 क्या रहता है? इट विल बी एन एसे. वेयर एज जनरल राइटिंग में टास्क 1 इज अ लेटर राइटिंग. आपको एक लेटर लिखना है ऑन अ गिवन सिचुएशन. नाउ हाउ मेनी टाइप्स ऑफ लेटर यू नो? एनीवन?
Formal, informal, and semi-formal.
Correct. There are three types of letter: formal, semi-formal, and informal. Right? And task 2
Yeah.
is same, essay writing. Clear? So that means report writing ke liye you have 20 minutes if you are an academic student. If you are a general student, you have to write task 1 as letter writing. Task 1 different hota hai, task 2 is same for both. Now, in academic writing task 1, a diagram will be given and students will be asked to write and describe the chart based on what they can understand. As I told you, आपको एक picture मिलेगी, right? एक pictorial information मिलेगी. आपको उसको describe करना है. अब वो diagram क्या हो सकता है? The diagram can be, it may be a table, a chart, a graph. So you should read the graph and focus on writing what you could understand from it and not your opinion of the given data. So आपको क्या करना है? अपने ग्राफ पे फोकस करके you have to write जो भी आपको समझ आया. अपना ओपिनियन नहीं देना वहां पे, right? To get a high band score for writing, your grammar and vocabulary must be used correctly. You know na that speaking may be your grammar and vocabulary are the two most important marking criteria. And even in writing also, this grammar and vocabulary are the most important criteria. In task 2, you will be asked to write an essay on a topic which will be given by the examiner, right? It will be slightly more complex when compared to the general training. General training wala is little easier. Jyoti, please mute yourself. Now, GT, that means general training task 1, you have to write a letter on the given situation. Letter can be written to anyone. It can be a friend, a family member, or a manager. So, कोई भी type का letter हो सकता है. In task 2, the examiner will give you a topic for essay writing. So for this task, you have to keep in mind that you will only be evaluated based on your language use, not your knowledge. So they are not judging your ideas, your knowledge, but they are judging your language, your skills, your writing skills. So make sure you use proper grammar and vocabulary once you start framing your sentences. Now test format of academic writing. Test format क्या होता है? Okay, is my voice breaking in between?
Sometimes.
Okay, maybe I have a network glitch today. Is it fine now?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
So you will have 60 minutes to complete the test, right? The topics will be general. As in speaking, you always have general topics to talk about. So writing में भी आपके topics हमेशा general रहते हैं so that you can write about it, right? और बहुत suitable रहते हैं test takers के लिए. Suppose the candidates are looking for undergraduate or postgraduate courses, जहाँ पे English is the only language, right? Why you're giving this test? Because you're moving to a country whose official language is English, right? So there will always be two writing tasks and both have to be completed. आपको दोनों complete करने हैं, right? Task 1 में आपको trends को observe करना है because it's a graph. It can be a chart, right? You have to observe the trends, compare करना है data को जो भी आपके table में show है. The language you use while describing the data must be accurate and in an academic style. Please remember this because you're in academic writing, so it has to be in academic style. Writing is formal, speaking is informal. So आपको formally ही लिखना है यहाँ पे. Task 2 की assessment is based on how well you can explain the topic by giving examples and supporting your ideas along with the using of your language accurately. Test format for general training. Now again, it's for 60 minutes to complete the test. जिसमें you will have 2 tasks, right? Now topics will be based on general interest and there is no academic interest included in this. General interest रहता है. Formal letter होगा, semi formal होगा, informal होगा, any one type of letter. So how well you are able to frame the sentences for your letter writing, वो आपका assess होता है यहाँ पे, right? So the content, आपने content क्या लिखा, आपने start कैसे करा, finish कैसे करा, what kind of language you are using. Informal letter में आप informal language use कर सकते हो, but formal and semi formal में you can't use informal language, right? Now the task is
Yes, ma'am.
basically to check कि how your English language is, how what is your ability to link different sentences. Are you able to frame sentences or not? How you're starting the paragraph, how you're ending the paragraph, or else how you're using your language, right? Yes, Ashna.
Ma'am, can you tell me about semi-formal and formal?
Yes, surely we are going to talk about general letter writing in detail very soon, but today we are talking about only the introduction part.
Okay, ma'am.
Now scoring in IELTS writing. अब आपको scoring कैसे मिलती है? This is most important कि आपको पता होना चाहिए आपका writing essay और आपका report writing और your letter writing वो evaluate कैसे होता है, right? So जो writing का test है वो examiner, certified examiner evaluate करते हैं और on the basis of detail band descriptors तभी आपको scoring मिलती है, आपको band scores मिलते हैं till 9, right? सो कैसे वो इवेल्युएट करते हैं, वी विल लुक दिस. हम सारे बैंड डिस्क्रिप्टर्स के बारे में बात करेंगे. फर्स्ट लेट्स लुक एट एकेडमिक राइटिंग टास्क 1. नाउ एकेडमिक राइटिंग टास्क 1 एज आई टोल्ड यू, इसमें आपको ग्राफ, टेबल, चार्ट, डायग्राम मिलेगा जिसको आपको डिस्क्राइब करना है एंड एक्सप्लेन करना है अपने ओन वर्ड्स में. सो यू मे बी आस्क्ड टू डिस्क्राइब एंड प्रेजेंट डाटा. उसमें आपको स्टेजेस ऑफ प्रोसेस भी मिल सकता है, हाउ समथिंग वर्ब और डिस्क्राइब एन ऑब्जेक्ट, प्लान और डिजाइन भी हो सकता है, राइट? सो दिस टास्क it basically assess your ability that how accurately you interpret and convey the information from your visual data. Visual data is because you will be having a pictorial information. So let's look at this. see here. There are 7 types of report writing. आपको summarize करना है अपने facts and figures को from this information. The very first is line graph, bar chart, table, pie chart, process diagram, map, or combination of above. That means, yes, Ashna, do you have any other query?
No, ma'am.
You raise your hand.
I'm
So you will be given with this type of visual information in the exam. You may be shown one information or more than one. That means a combination. This a combination where you can see there's a pie chart and a table also. So when there is two, it can be line graph or bar graph. It can be line graph or table. So there can be a combination or either a single one, right? So there are total 7 types of report writing. Any doubts in these types? Because you need to differentiate which is line graph, which is bar graph, which one is table, pie chart, process diagram, map diagram, and combination. Now see. Your writing task 1 score is based on these 4 criteria. Task achievement, coherence and cohesion, lexical resources, grammatical range and accuracy. These are the 4 band descriptors, the band parameters for your writing task 1. Whether it is GT, general training, that means letter writing, or it is report writing. ये दोनों के लिए ही same है. Now, what does task achievement mean? Task achievement क्या होता है? Task achievement means do you address your task accurately or not? क्या आपने अपना टास्क एक्यूरेटली अचीव करा है? दैट मीन्स एड्रेस करा है या नहीं? और यू मिस्ड आउट ऑन एनी पॉइंट्स, राइट? सो वेरी फर्स्ट इज टास्क अचीवमेंट. लेटर का जो स्ट्रक्चर है, डिड यू फॉलो द स्ट्रक्चर और नॉट? एकेडमिक राइटिंग, अगर आपका रिपोर्ट राइटिंग है, डिड यू फॉलो द रिपोर्ट राइटिंग का स्ट्रक्चर और नॉट? या फिर जो भी क्वेश्चंस आपसे पूछे गए थे आपने उनको फॉलो करा या नहीं? सो आपने कैसे एड्रेस करा है अपने टास्क को, ये आपका रिपोर्ट राइटिंग में इवैल्यूएट होता है. नेक्स्ट वन इज कोहेरेंस एंड कोहेजन. Coherence and cohesion means that is your response well organized. I'm really sorry, Gagan. There is a little technical glitch from my end. I don't know why I'm facing this issue today. I hope it's fine now. So coherence and cohesion means is the response well organized? क्या आपने जो response लिखा है वो organized है? Flow of ideas clear है या नहीं? Smoothly are we able to examiner उसको read कर पा रहे हैं या नहीं? Understand कर पा रहे हैं या नहीं? Right? So coherence and cohesion means कि आप कैसे organize करते हो अपनी one sentence को, कैसे link करते हो one sentence से another sentence को. नेक्स्ट इज लेक्सिकल रिसोर्सेज. लेक्सिकल रिसोर्सेज क्या होता है? लेक्सिकल रिसोर्सेज मींस वाइड रेंज ऑफ वोकैबुलरी. आपकी वोकैबुलरी यहाँ पे इवैल्यूएट किया जाती है कि आप बेसिक वोकैबुलरी यूज कर रहे हो और यू आर यूजिंग द एडवांस वोकैबुलरी. So if you use basic vocabulary, you will be stick to an average band score. But अगर आप advanced vocabulary use कर रहे हो, then obviously you will be getting a good band score, a higher band score. So यहाँ पर आपकी range of vocabulary को evaluate किया जाता है, right? Next one is grammatical range and accuracy. Grammatical range and accuracy means your grammar will be evaluated here. How many types of sentences you are using? आपकी grammar कैसी चल रही है? Sentence कौन से use कर रहे हो? Tenses कौन से use कर रहे हो? Right? So all those errors, even the spelling errors will be evaluated here. So can you see कि कहीं पे भी आपकी knowledge of ideas को evaluate किया गया है? नहीं. But yes, you have to write on the topic, not off the topic. अगर off the topic लिखोगे, then you won't get any marks. Now GT task 1. We talked about academic task 1. Academic task 1 report writing था. 7 types of report writing होती है. Pie chart, bar graph, line graph, table, map diagram, process diagram, and combinational one. But now GT task 1, general training. Now here, as I told you, there are 3 types of letter. Formal letter, semi-formal letter, informal letter. Now here, you will get a question containing some
Yes, sir.
instructions, right? Some instructions regarding the letter. आपको कुछ instructions मिलती हैं. Then आपको उस instructions के according अपने letter को क्या करना है? Write down करना है. तो task 1 में letters 3 main types के होते हैं. Formal, semi-formal and informal. फॉर्मल लेटर कौन से होते हैं? फॉर्मल लेटर वो होते हैं जो आप उनको लिखते हो विच आर एड्रेस टू द पर्सन whom you have not seen or met, whom you know them personally, not personally, officially, I would say. Semi-formal letter, we write to a person whom you know officially. And informal, when you write to your friends, family. Now suppose I'm working as a trainer with babycode application. So if I'm gonna write a letter to my manager, then it is semi-formal because I know them. But suppose I'm applying for a job in some other organization, then it is formal because I don't know them, right? So that is formal. And informal, I'm going to write to my friend, my family, then it is informal. Clear? Difference between formal, semi-formal and informal? Yes, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I am asking to main Raman and Deepika because they both are preparing for GT, right? Ashna,
Yes, ma'am.
you are also preparing for GT? Ashna, are you there? And who is this person with the name of Zoom user? Now the person is not here, I guess. Yes, Ashna, can you unmute yourself? Now see, writing task 1 of GT, that is letter writing, you will be allotted with 20 minutes to complete the task and the minimum word count is 150 words. So in letter writing, you have to write at least 150 words. And it is same, it comprises of 1/3 of weightage. That means 33% of your total writing score. And the marking criteria is same. Task achievement 25%, coherence and cohesion 25%, vocabulary is 25 and grammar is also 25. So all of them, each of them contribute 25% each to your total band scores. Now see the band descriptors here. Task achievement. Task achievement is for task 1 and task response is for task 2. Basically for task 1. See here. Now A candidate when he scored band 5. So what does task achievement says that this is no relevant data. जब आपने relevant data ही नहीं लिखा then you will get band 5. आपने कोई supporting statements नहीं दी, inappropriate use करा vocabulary का, inadequate coverage कर दी, that means you are on band 5. बैंड 6 जब आपको मिलता है दैट मींस आपने मेन कंपोनेंट्स को हाईलाइट करा, सपोर्टिंग स्टेटमेंट्स आपकी प्रेजेंट है, यूज करा आपने रेलेवेंट स्टेटमेंट्स को, इनएक्यूरेट डेटा भी अवेलेबल है, दैट मींस यू आर ऑन 6. 7 बैंड के लिए मेन कंपोनेंट्स हाईलाइटेड क्लियरली एंड अंडरस्टैंडेबली, क्लियर सपोर्टिंग स्टेटमेंट्स है, नो इररिलेवेंट डेटा, मतलब आपने कोई भी इररिलेवेंट डेटा नहीं लिखा, दैट मींस यू आर ऑन बैंड 7. सम एरियाज नीडिंग करेक्शन, तो माइनर एरर्स अवॉइड हो जाते हैं बट नॉट फ्रिक्वेंट. बैंड 8 क्लियर ओवरऑल composition, no corrections required, that means you are on band 8 now. So see the difference between band 8, band 7, band 6 and band 5. Now for coherence and cohesion, that means your linking of ideas, your organization. So band 5, improper organization of ideas. That means आपने organize नहीं करा अपने ideas को accurately. Incorrect linking of ideas or information, few paragraphs. Band 6, information organized by proper linking, few faults in linking the information or sentences, good paragraphing and wrong referencing. So mind this, if you are on band 6, that means ये आपके features हैं. Band 7, logical organization of information, good paragraphing, good referencing, appropriate use of linking devices, underuse or overuse of linking devices. So आप या तो कम use करा या overuse करा, so that means again this is going to be a disadvantage for you. Band 8 में logical organization of ideas and information, no paragraphing issues, perfect referencing, error-free usage of linking devices. That means आपने जो cohesive devices, जो discourse marker use कर रहे हैं, वो सब error-free है. So look for coherence and cohesion. अगर आपको band 7 या band 8 achieve करना है, then ये features आपकी writing में available होने चाहिए. Right? Then you have to write according to these parameters. Next is lexical resources. Lexical resources means your vocabulary. So here band 5 में बहुत सारे grammatical errors हैं, wrong spellings हैं, wrong vocabulary है and poor readability है. That means it's not easily readily readable, right? Band 6, good readability है, few spelling mistakes है, error free usage of common words. Common words आपने अच्छे से use करे हैं, good vocabulary. But band 7 आपने good vocabulary भी करी, usage of collocations. So see why collocations are important. Idiomatic language क्यों important है? Because if you are stuck on 6 or 6.5, अगर आपको 7 जाना है, then you should focus on collocations here. Writing में collocations are important. So please focus on collocations part. Rare spelling mistakes. Band 8, 0 spelling mistakes, mostly good vocabulary, efficient use of common words. यहाँ पे आप uncommon words का भी use करो, not always common. Grammatical range and accuracy. Grammatical range and accuracy means your grammatical structures. No sentence structure. Grammatical errors हैं, improper usage है complex sentences का, incorrect punctuations हैं. So see, punctuations are also important. It's a part of your grammar. Band 6, average readability. There are errors in grammar and punctuation. Sentence restructuring required. That means your structure is not correct. Band 7, unique sentence structure. Few mistakes in the sentence used. So minor errors hai. Few error in grammar and punctuation. Band 8, error free sentences. और आपके sentence structure भी अच्छे हैं. That means you are on band 8. Clear? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Anything you want to ask related to task 1? Because then we're going to start with task 2. So let's start with task 2 then. So now in IELTS writing task 2, whether it is your GT or your academic, it is same. You are asked to write a formal essay of at least 250 words. At least. You can write above 250, but what it is advisable is that write between 250 to 280. Do not go beyond 280 because you have only 40 minutes to write your essay, right? And it is same for both academic as well as general one. Now, what is writing task 2? Writing task 2 क्या होता है? As I told you, ये एक formal essay होता है, right? इसमें आपको क्या करना है? 250 words लिखने हैं and 4 to 5 paragraphs. 4 paragraphs are good enough, but अगर आपको लगता है कि you can write one more 5 paragraphs, sometimes you need to write an opinion separately. तब आप 5 paragraphs लिखते हो, otherwise 4 are good enough. Students should remember that task 2 आपका 66% का होता है. As I told you, ये double weightage का होता है task 1 से. So it is important कि आप इसको बहुत अच्छे से prepare करो, right? और टॉपिक्स जो होते हैं जनरल वाले, दैट मीन्स जो जनरल ट्रेनिंग के जो भी ऐसे आते हैं वो स्लाइटली इजियर होते हैं एज कंपेयर टू एकेडमिक वन, बिकॉज दे आर मूविंग ऑन अ माइग्रेशन बेसिस, वर्क के लिए जा रहे हैं. बट एकेडमिक स्टूडेंट दे आर गोइंग फॉर स्टडी पार्ट, सो वो एकेडमिक होते हैं, राइट? Now, how your writing will be evaluated? Your writing will be evaluated on the basis of 4 parameters. Task 2 भी आपके 4 parameters पे evaluate होते हैं. First one is task response. Second is lexical resources. Third is coherence and cohesion. Fourth is grammatical range and accuracy. Can anyone tell me about what is task response?
हेलो
Yes, Gagan?
मैम, जो टास्क अपने को दिया होता है जो ऐसे में, उसको अपनों ने सही तरीके से समझा या नहीं समझा, उसको कहते हैं टास्क रिस्पॉन्स.
Yes. Anything else you can add in task response? Anybody who can talk about task response more, जो task response को और explain कर पाए? Anyone? Anyone? Acha, what is lexical resource? What is lexical resource? Lexical resource.
Logical ideas.
Lexical resource. How come lexical resource are logically ideas?
Vocabulary.
Yes, lexical resources are vocabulary. What is coherence and cohesion?
Ma'am, linking.
Yes.
Your idea is properly linking or not. Linking words
Mm-hmm.
and paraphrase
Of your
properly.
ideas. Yes, correct. Easily understandable as well to the examiner, right? Step by step, how you're organizing your ideas, how well you are adding your connectors, your discourse markers, your linking words. What is grammatical range and accuracy?
Your sentences.
Yes, please. Your complete
Ma'am, sentences.
different range of sentence
Range of
कि आप कौन कौन सा रेंज ऑफ सेंटेंस यहाँ पे यूज कर रहे हो. आपकी ग्रामर पूरी इवैल्यूएट होती है, पंक्चुएशंस, एरर्स, स्पेलिंग्स, everything will be evaluated here. Now see, there are common 5 types of essays, maybe based on direct questions, discussions, advantages, disadvantages, solutions, opinion, right? So sometimes some teacher they differ the type, but there are basically these types of essay, these 5: IELTS opinion essay, discussion essay, advantage and disadvantage, that means positive or negative essay, problem and solution essay, and direct question essay. Any other name you know about direct question essay?
Double question essay.
Yes, double question essay. एक और भी नेम होता है डबल क्वेश्चन का. Does anybody know about it?
Agree or disagree, ma'am?
No, agree, disagree is how come direct question. Yes.
Both for you, ma'am?
No. Think.
Maybe your voice is not available.
So one more, direct question को हम डबल क्वेश्चन भी बोलते हैं और 2 part क्वेश्चन भी बोलते हैं. Because direct question और 2 part question और डबल क्वेश्चन ऐसे ही सेम. So it depends from teacher to teacher, वो कैसे आपको कन्वे करते हैं, right? Basically यही 5 types के ऐसे होते हैं. So what is opinion essay? Opinion essay क्या होता है? Any idea? Because हम डिटेल में इसे नेक्स्ट सेशन में करेंगे, जस्ट इंट्रो कर रहे हैं हम.
Agree and disagree ऐसे.
यस, एग्री और डिसएग्री भी इसमें काउंट होता है. एग्री डिसएग्री, ओपिनियन ऐसे, ओपिनियन ऐसे में आपको सिंपली कैसे बोला जाता है? डू यू एग्री और डिसएग्री? व्हाट इज योर ओपिनियन? व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट इट? व्हाट आर योर व्यूज? सो ये सारे क्या है? ओपिनियन ऐसे। डिस्कशन ऐसे क्या होता है? व्हाट इज डिस्कशन ऐसे?
Discuss both views.
यस, डिस्कस बोथ व्यूज, डिस्कस बोथ साइड्स, तो वो क्या होता है? डिस्कशन ऐसे। एडवांटेज डिसएडवांटेज,
Agree, disagree.
advantage disadvantages, how come agree disagree?
Do advantages outweigh disadvantages?
यस करेक्ट। डू आउटवे का क्वेश्चन, जिसमें एडवांटेजेस ज्यादा हैं या डिसएडवांटेजेस ज्यादा है, राइट? और या फिर सिंपली आपके पास आ जाए व्हाट आर द बेनिफिट्स एंड द ड्रॉबैक्स, राइट? कैसे कैसे टाइप से आते हैं आपके पास एडवांटेज डिसएडवांटेज? या तो सिंपली आता है व्हाट आर द एडवांटेजेस, व्हाट आर द डिसएडवांटेजेस, व्हाट आर द बेनिफिट्स, व्हाट आर द ड्रॉबैक्स, और इधर आपके पास आउटवे का क्वेश्चन।
Merits and demerits.
Exactly. What are the merits and the demerits? What are the positives and the negatives? Is it a positive development or a negative development essay? Right? So essay
Pros and cons.
pros and cons also. Next is problem and solution essay. So problem and solution में क्या होता है?
मैम कोई प्रॉब्लम्स और जो
solution, ma'am.
स्टेटमेंट्स होती है उसको सॉल्यूशन हमें बताना होता है।
Yes.
Ma'am, reason.
Yes.
Causes and solutions.
Causes and solution, correct?
And reason, what is the reason?
So sometimes you can get cause and solution, sometimes you can get cause and effect, sometimes problem and solution, right? So 3 types से आता है ये. Okay. Next is direct question. Direct question we have already discussed कि direct question में क्या होता है? 2-part question होता है या double question ऐसे होता है. Clear? तो ये हम सारे in detail करने वाले हैं in the upcoming session. आज our session was all about introduction to the writing module की task 1 क्या है और task 2 क्या है. So you can see here candidates who are attending this session for the first time वो यहाँ पे जाकर अपना task 1 और task 2 दोनों देख सकते हैं. आपको यहाँ पे एकेडमिक के टास्क 1 भी अवेलेबल है और जीटी का टास्क 1 भी अवेलेबल है. एंड देन टास्क 2 इज सेम फॉर बोथ द मॉड्यूल्स, बोथ द जीटी एंड एकेडमिक पार्ट. तो आप दोनों को प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो. यू कैन रीड द सैम्पल आंसर, ट्राई टू राइट योर ओन आंसर और अपनी बैंड स्कोरिंग को भी आप चेक कर सकते हो, राइट? यू कैन इधर री वॉच दिस सेशन, यूट्यूब पर भी देख सकते हो, एप्लीकेशन में भी देख सकते हो उसको. Clear? Any doubts? Anything you want to ask? Please ask me now.
No, ma'am.
मैम ये बेबी कोड एप्लीकेशन मैंने जब यूज करना स्टार्ट की तो इसमें टाइम मैनेजमेंट के हवाले से कुछ भी नहीं लिखा हुआ.
What time management basically you're looking for?
Ma'am, about writing task, when I was about to write the writing task 1 or 2, when they didn't mention any time, I mean there was no time limit, so how can we write, we can use time, we can write essay in
They
I
are
mean,
only giving you just to type and check your score. Sometimes students they write in the notebook. That is not a CBT format. वो CBT का format नहीं है. That is for you to
Test.
evaluate your writing.
Mock test.
Because
ma'am,
there are
given होगा.
90% candidates who are looking for paper-based examination, but still they want to check their scores of writing. So how they're gonna do it? If they have written on the paper, they have to type it on the application,
Okay.
right? And then they can check their score.
So you mean to
Not a
say
mock
that without any time management?
that is not a mock test for you,
Okay.
right? Mock test
Just
will
to
be there
practice.
for 60 minutes, right? So that is just for you to read the sample answer, and if you want to recreate your own, type the answer and check your score.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Any other doubts? Yes, please. Simrit, are you attending this session for the first time, dear? Yes, please. Anybody? Okay, then see you on Monday, and then we will talk about some of the vocabulary part for task 1, for report writing also, and for GT also. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, then. Bye-bye. Take care, all of you.
Thank you,
On
ma'am.
Monday.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye-bye, ma'am.
Bye.